I want to talk to you about protective puts and protecting a long portfolio with the market extended in terms of valuation. Protective puts are basically an insurance product. You're buying put options to protect a long portfolio. Let's say you have a $100,000 long portfolio, $100,000 worth of stocks, and you have zero short exposure. You have zero insurance against that. The NASDAQ, which represents a basket, the triple Qs represent a basket of 100 growth stocks in the NASDAQ, has reached a high. It's very near its all-time high, and it represents the growthiest names in America generally. What you'd want to do, let's say, our mission would be to protect this $100,000 portfolio. One way to do that would be to buy protective puts on the triple Qs, right? Let's say you have $100,000 and you're worried about a decline in the market. You can go and look, and I'm just picking the triple Qs. $494 is the price right now. And let's look at, first of all, $494,000. So if we wanted to just short that, we would have to go out and short 202 of those contracts, right? And that would cost us $100,000, right? You would have to go and say 202 times 494. There you'd be perfectly hedged. In other words, you'd have $100,000 worth of stocks that you picked. Hopefully they're convex, value-oriented stocks, as we've discussed. And if you wanted to have a hedge in case some calamity in the NASDAQ, you'd have to buy 202 of these things. On the short side, you'd have to short 202 things. However, if, for instance, you wanted to go out and protect the portfolio for a certain amount of time, right? Let's say we want to protect the portfolio for the next month across earnings season. Here's 495 strike puts. They cost $9.66, right? You would only have to pay $1,900, right? You could go out there and buy for $9.66. The total cost of insuring your portfolio, rather than being 100%, for the next month you could buy protection simplistically for 2.0%. And you would have created, right? And the math is very simple, right? 202 times 494 is 100,000. The 494 is the triple Q price. Or you could buy 202 of these things for $9.66, pay $1,955, or 2% of the portfolio. And if the NASDAQ were to go down, your break-even price would be equals 494 minus 966, right? Equals this divided by this. So for a 1.9% decline, you'd be perfectly hedged. Let's say the market goes down 10%. You would have $90,000. NASDAQ would go to 444. $49 of profit there. Right? Instead of losing $10,000 and just losing $10,000, you'd lose $10,000, but you'd make $10,000 on this side, minus the premium you paid, and you'd still have this, $98,000. So in a position where you go out there with a $100,000 naked long portfolio, in a 10% decline, you go to $90,000. If you had this put protection, you'd end up having $98,000. Talk to your advisor, talk to your consultant, but this is the kind of protection that you have. Now, the other side is that if you pick the right stocks on the long side, the market might go down for tech, but may not for your longs.